The Talmud states that one of the things that will cause God to change the degree of judgment which has been issued against a person is changing one's behavior. As I review the past year, I have to ask myself, how do I change my behavior? I think my behavior is so integral, it's so much a part of me that it's like walking into my house with the lights off. It's my house, so I know where I am and I don't require any further illumination, or so I think. So I don't think I can change what I do not at first recognize. It is like peeling the layers of an onion. How much we peel depends on how willing we are to be honest with ourselves. And while the more we peel, the greater the chance of tears and pain, there is the potential realization of forgiveness and freedom. Rabbi Alan Lew, in his book, This is Real and You Are Completely Unprepared, states that one of the ways we can review ourselves is by asking ourselves questions, starting with our awareness of the body because it is the most immediate. Then we move inward and upwards, going to the heart, the world of emotion. Then we move to the world of pure intellect. Finally, we move to the realm of pure spiritual emanation. Some questions we might ask ourselves that fall in line with the various segments are: the world of the physical. Have I made the effort to take care of myself by listening to my body and responding to any health concerns? Or have I overindulged in food, alcohol, drugs, or sex? Have I turned a deaf ear to its pleas for water, food, and rest? The world of emotion. How have I nourished my heart? Have I tried to be compassionate to those I meet, even if I don't understand them? Or has my heart become insensitive and turned to stone? Do my emotions create connections to other people? Or have I created a distance by wrapping myself in a blanket of thorns, the pain of which only reminds me of old hangers and hurts? The world of speech and intellect. Do I watch what comes out of my mouth as well as what goes in? Do my words reflect a cultivation of life or death? Am I aware that my words create as well as kill? Have I developed my mind so I can continue to grow? Or have I refused to listen to new ideas and become arrogant and stubborn in my thinking? Have I considered all the viewpoints in a situation, or is my vision in black and white? The world of spiritual emanation. Do I have the presence of mind to observe myself as I interact with others? And do I like what I see? What is my relationship with God? Do I remember the source from which I came as I live my daily life? Or is God simply a presence I just visit in temple? Have I been able to demonstrate God's presence by doing mitzvah? Or have I inadvertently created a Tower of Babel, a tower I can't leave while God and others can't enter? Every writer essentially writes for him or herself, regardless of the intended audience. So it is with no small sense of chagrin as I wade through this box of defense mechanisms that I carry. I discover my name engraved within these words. And yet I cling to the idea, like most other people, like the majority of people, that we are on the middle of a continuum of human behavior, neither a tzaddik, a holy person, yet neither a lost soul beyond the capacity to change. I do know that the unexamined aspects of ourselves only anchor us to the past and perpetuate our current behavior simply because they are unexamined. They are waiting to be discovered. For now, they are not acknowledged. They are not named. And as Rabbi Lew states, it is important to name the dysfunctions of the self, bring them into the light of day, and recognize them so that they will be taken out of the unconscious. The majority of the questions given before relate to our interactions with others. It remains for us to use the power of speech to name our offenses and ask for forgiveness. Only then can their power over us be destroyed. And have we in turn been able to forgive? In the final analysis, this is the time for the individual to reconcile their behavior to God, but we can't do that without reconciling ourselves to others. Yom Kippur is not a sad day. It is a day when we become pure as snow. It is a day of happiness because after the dust from our self-examination is brushed away, this innate brilliance that is ours as individual souls will shine again. We all possess a certain unique brilliance as human beings. It is the special way we demonstrate God's presence at the human level where we interact with others, the things we do, the qualities we have, the talents we exhibit that no one else can portray quite like we do. While we may recognize our talents from time to time, I don't think we fully appreciate the full extent of their purpose. So changing one's behavior depends on the recognition and integration of our positive aspects just as much as the correction of our negative aspects. I can finalize the theme of today with this short story. A young yeshiva student was hurrying by. "Where are you running to?" asked the Talmud professor. "I'm rushing home to look over the Machzor before I have to lead services," the student replied, trying to catch his breath. "Prayer book hasn't changed since last year," said the old sage. "But perhaps you have. Go home and look over yourself. Gemar Katima Tova."